In this demonstration, we're going to look at Feedly.com and look at how it can be used for professional learning and building your PLN. So the first thing you'll have to do is go to Feedly.com and sign up for a free account. Once you are into Feedly, this is what your home screen will look like. And there are several different ways you can organize and add content. So right now we are looking at home, and if we look on the left hand side, you're going to see my organizational structure. So I have different areas set up for blogs that pertain to Google. In this case, I have mobile learning, I've got educational technology, and so on. So I do have the ability to organize, and we're going to get to that in just a minute. But the first thing that Feedly will allow you to do is it will allow you to add content, which in this case are blogs, to your Feedly feed. And what this basically means is instead of you having to go back and check a website every time, you can just go to Feedly and you can keep track of multiple blogs and see what is new and only read the new current material. Kind of like getting a magazine delivered to you. So I've gone ahead and I've opened up a blog here. So let's say this is the blog I would like to follow on Feedly, so that I don't have to ever come back to this website. Feedly will automatically pick up any new blog posts that show up here. So on this blog, I'm going to copy the URL address, and I'm going to go back to Feedly. So up at the top, I have My Feedly, and I have Add Content. I'm going to click on Add Content, and you can see here I can just go ahead and put in that URL. It is going to discover what that blog feed is, and then I simply just click the plus. And now once I do that, it gives me a title. I can alter that title if I want to. I then can choose which category this has to go into. So in this case, I'm going to choose Google, or if I didn't have a category, I could actually make one right now simply by clicking in the Create New Category box. Once I have done that, I'm going to go ahead and click Add. And now that blog has now been added to my Feedly page. So if I go back to my Feedly, we have all of my categories over here. So now if I go to Google, this is going to show me all the blogs that I have categorized in the Google area, and it's going to show me whatever is new in those blog posts. And you can see with the view that I use right here, I get just a real quick overview of what this looks like. If I want to read on further, I can simply click on this and it's going to go ahead and open that up for me. So in Feedly now, I have the ability, I can save this for later. I can send it to places like Evernote. I can also put this on Google Plus or put a tweet out on Twitter with a link to this blog post. So those sharing options are up at the top. And then I can simply read my blog post, and then if I want to learn more, it says visit website. Sometimes it gives you the full article. Other times you have to click on visit website to go ahead and see the rest. And then I can simply go ahead and move on with the rest of my blogs. And when I get to the bottom, if I've read all those or if I've skimmed them and said, oh, that's good, I can click Mark Category as Read, and then all of those are going to basically disappear off my feed because I've read them. And that's the nice thing about Feedly is once you go ahead and read something, it disappears. So if I go to mobile here, so I can say, you know what, these are good, I don't need to see them. When I click Mark Category as Read, mobile over on the side basically changed to there's nothing new for me to read, and it automatically went to my next category. So if I click on mobile, here are recent posts, but you can see they're grayed out because I've already read them. And at the very top, I can see I have 18 new posts total. If I just want to see everything in one page, I can go ahead and do that there. So how do we get more organized with our blogs? If I click on the Organize tab, this is showing me all the blogs and how I've categorized them. So if I realize, oops, I don't need this one that I just put in because I actually have it twice, I can simply click the X and it's going to go ahead and remove that. If I realized I put a blog in the wrong spot, I can drag it over and drop it so I can organize that way. Or if I realize, you know what, I did want to make a change to how that looks, I can actually change the title, and I can actually change where it goes as well. So I can always keep myself organized. And so you can see here, we even have, new category. So if I want to drag something over here, so if I take this and drag it over, now it's going to want me to create a new label. So it's another way to go ahead and create a new category. So really, with organizing Feedly, that is really just about it. So I'm going to go back to home here. And you're going to see up at the top, I can actually mark all of these as red if I sometimes get behind in my blogs and have to start over. That's what I would do. If I need to refresh. If I want to change how this lays out, right now I have it in magazine style. If I'd like it as titles only, I could do that. Or if I did want to go ahead and make it what they call the card style, this is going to be a more pictorial format. So you can kind of pick and choose the one that works for you. But Feedly is great for professional learning because I can choose the blogs I want to follow. So I can choose ones of interest or of areas I need to grow as a professional. And I can kind of check on these as I have time. And you can get to Feedly from your computer. You can get to it from an app on your phone and tablet as well. So that is how to use Feedly for professional learning.